Well, my friends, I kind of want to have a heart-to-heart with you today because there's a lot of service and support out there that goes overpromised and underdelivered. I have a good friend named Greg, and we're here in Texas today, and we have a story to tell, a powerful story here at Fox. There were some trials, some things that need to be overcome, some relationships that were tested along the way, but proven and now stronger than ever because service and support is the core of Prosper Machine Tools. So hopefully Greg shows up at any point and we can discuss this. Actually, here's Greg right now. Greg,
Hi, buddy.
how you doing, my man?
Good,
I'm
good.
glad you showed up because I didn't know how much longer I could go. But I just talk and
Yeah,
talk and talk.
we could have let you go.
Yeah,
We could have let you go.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Um, I'm standing in front of a fuse machine that I may have
It's a
seen
huge rig. Yeah,
previously.
you did.
It's massive.
Yeah.
But ultimately, this story is about you and what you guys have done here at Fox Innovation. I'm very curious to hear more about this story. I've already given you an intro, which you may or may not have heard.
Well, I heard part of it.
But I let them know that Prosper is built around service.
Thank
You
you.
guys make sure that partners are taken care of. And Fox wouldn't have let us in this facility to tell their story if this wasn't true.
Yeah. So what you're going to see, this facility was empty. This machine and another machine that we'll talk about in a minute, we actually were working with a company that was going through an auction and working with one of our used partners that you've actually partnered with before, Revelation. And we were showing JB the Garut spec, okay? And we were working on the big lathe and horizontal lathe, and out of the corner of his eye, he's seeing this machine. And he's like, can we talk about this machine? I said, well, what do you want? Well, everybody from Fox came down. They bought this company and came down from the Northeast. And he had used to have a big Phoebes G&L VTC 1600, which is a very, very good high quality VTL. And this one has head changer and pallets, and the company that they sold it out of had 3 of these, okay? And so what we did was work with Revelation on behalf of Fox and negotiated to buy one of these machines pre-auction along with the Garut space. And it was a good move for everybody. Fox had a consistent price. Revelation got rid of one of the big assets that they were nervous about in the market, and it ended up being very good for everybody. And then while we were doing all that, JB's talking to us about, well, now we need to get this decommissioned and this recommissioned, and we need to have the rigging, and we need to have this and that. And then we find out that they didn't have any foundation support here. This was fresh 4-inch concrete throughout this entire facility. So we ended up putting an entire consortium of people together. Jay Moore helped us on the rigging, the decommissioning, and recommissioning. Revelation obviously worked with us on the sales, machines, foundations, and rigging. Charlie did all of the foundations for us. So we pulled everything together as kind of a big turnkey, and we managed it for them. And unbeknownst to us, as we were digging holes, we found a stream that runs underneath their facility, and they're only just a few yards away from the Gulf. And so it created a whole nother series of adventures that we had to figure out. And so we ended up going 13 feet deep on the Garut space. This one is 11 feet deep. Thieves has been in and blessed the work here and helped with some different things that Fox wanted to go. So it's a big team effort. My daughter Morgan managed all of it and sat in every meeting every week, and really we tried to take care of them. So when we started Prosper, I put in our mission, I said, we're going to try and find a way to say yes. And to say yes, we're lucky enough to have relationships in the industry, the people that we trust and they trust us, that we can represent together for the customer. So it's been an exciting project, been a long project. It was not we ended up, once we found the problem in the foundation, We had to de-water all the holes and do a lot of design work that had to go in engineering-wise to make it good. So, been an exciting project. We've learned a lot.
I'm gonna ask you one stupid question and
Well,
one legit question.
huh?
When you see that, does your brain automatically say fives? My
Oh
brain
yeah,
says
oh yeah,
fives every
yeah.
single time.
And it does. And down here in Texas, it's all fives. Everybody calls them fives. Yeah.
I mean, that's what
Yeah,
I want to say
yeah,
every time.
yeah,
That's my stupid
yeah.
question.
But I'll tell you what, I don't sell the fives.
That was actually going to be my
But
sincere
but
question.
but I have some fantastic friends that are in the industry that came from Cincinnati Millicron originally, that were part of fives, and some of the guys that have come from G&L. It is a top quality builder and a top quality machine tool, and they've been great to support and work with everybody, and they've taken good care of Fox.
So that was going to be my sincere question when you mentioned this huge project. A few of these machines do come from Prosper, but maybe the biggest and one of the most difficult ones to install does not. And
that's right.
this is part of the story we're telling is
Yep.
we're here to help you with whatever
right.
you need help with.
That's right.
Right.
And JB ended up working hand in hand with Phoebes as well and getting training and doing different things. So they've been good to work with. They've been good to work with.
Can we walk a little bit and show
I'd love
people
to.
watching a little bit more of this facility? Because you worked with this machine, which is yours. You've worked with this machine, which isn't yours.
Right.
And then the one you keep talking about, which I can't blame you. It's freaking incredible machine. But the one you keep talking about is the Spanish machine. The reason I bring all of this up is I would love to pick your brain about the importance of sincerity when you work with people and how much really having someone's back means to you when they have a project this big and this difficult and they're really trying to get off the ground.
My history, I got to start with another family-owned company, and I did 22 years with them, and they do a good job, and they're well known in the industry. And I was paid and educated to sit at the round table and listen to all the smart guys make decisions, and they were playing with their money. I wasn't playing with my money. I was playing with their money. And during that period of time, that company, we acted like a fraternity. We were best of friends. We had trips together. We had events where we went to a certain place in Missouri, and we took our spouses, and and it was a wonderful experience, right? Wasn't all good, but most of it was really good, and we grew a company very well. When we started Prosper, I got lucky in that my daughter and then my son, who graduated in 2016, both decided they wanted to work with me and build something, which is they're not being handed something. Morgan was my first employee. So I've said before, and I'll say again, when you're sitting next to your family with whether you're on a telephone or you're in a meeting or where you're with builders or wherever you're at, I'm always going to be myself, but I'm never going to lie. And because I don't want them to think they'll be that way, right? I want them to have the thoughts of what's Greg like and who is Greg. When I'm gone, I want them to live that same way. And so it's important to do what you say you're going to do. Walk the walk. My dad used to say, don't give it lip service, Greg. And I believe in that. I mean, there's a way to act and a way to treat people and what to do. So yeah, it's fun to be in business when you know you're not going to deal with everything easy. It's not always going to go perfect, but if you know you're committed to making it right, then things will work out in the end.
Yeah, well said. Let's walk up these stairs because this is actually bigger and probably safer than most of the playgrounds I grew up on. If I'm being honest, if you ever seen those merry-go-rounds and stuff, and those hot slides, we used to burn our butts. Like we grew up we're pretty tough kids growing up with this type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But this is one of your major projects. I want to talk now about your investment in service. How many service techs do you have to make sure all of these projects that mean so much to you, to your heart, to your company, to your legacy, to your son and daughter and what you're all building, how many service techs do you have and why do you continue to invest in that?
We're up to 14 service engineers. Of those 14, 2 of them are capable of programming, design, machining, training. And then I have a dedicated 100% application engineer. We do production readies. We'll do turnkeys, the ones that aren't complicated enough for me to hand off to a builder. We'll take the risk and do it for our customers. So we have 14, and then Ed would be the 15, right? we service everybody's machines. One of the things that I think I learned is the economy is going to go up and down in our business. And it's difficult if you only service your machines. It's difficult to have the right number of service people because when the economy is going really strong, you're installing machines and your legacy machine tools wait. When the economy is going really bad, you don't have the revenue from the new machine installations. You can't afford to keep your the service team full because you're only doing legacy machines. So the best thing for us is we do service for everybody, and all the big people in this industry are always right on the edge of having enough people. So customers don't want to wait 2 or 3 weeks. We try to turn it around in no more than 48 hours. And sometimes we are in 24 hours, and sometimes we're struggling because you got to crash the machine and you broke it and you need a special guy, right? But at the end of the day, we're trying to meet that schedule.
And your team is still smiling every time I see
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
despite this whole 48
Yeah,
hours thing
yeah,
that you're trying to
yeah.
achieve every time.
Well, we try to have a good time. I mean, it's you know, if a guy gets up in the morning or an employee gets up in the morning or a friend gets up in the morning, they'll hold themselves accountable. It's pretty easy to like them all day long. The ones that get up and don't want to be accountable and don't care about the customer and don't care about what we're doing don't understand that, you know, this piece of equipment has to run or somebody doesn't get paid today. That's important to understand, you know? So, yeah.
Let's continue our walk. There's a couple of holes down here I want to ask you about. So along this journey, I would love for you, Greg, to tell me about the legacy that you're building for your family and the industry. What does Prosper Machine Tools mean to you? And what do you want the world to know about you guys?
Well, we, machine tools, my dad was in machine tools. He ran a company, a U.S. manufacturer called Master Machine Tools. And Master went through the same thing that most of the American machine tool builders went through. They went through the 80s and the market got decimated. The builders in the United States are
Part of my introduction.
yeah,
This is the young man you keep talking about.
This is JB. That's JB. Yeah,
Just to
John
have a
Banks.
face with who we're talking about. When he says JB 20 times on camera, we got to have a face with it, right? He doesn't have a microphone. He does a thumbs up is good, right? But
yes, thumbs up is good.
good partnership?
Yeah.
All right, he can speak into my microphone.
Yeah, we're good.
We were making the tour. I apologize for interrupting. I saw the young man. I figured we put the puzzle pieces together.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that, John.
Yeah.
So please continue.
So the machine tool industry is in my blood, right? And my dad, when I first told him I was going to get into machine tools, it was back when you could have a beer with your dad, right? I've since quit, but we went and we had a beer, and he said, "You got to remember that what you're selling it pays for somebody for their life, and when you sell it, whether it's their own money or it's a big company, they're trusting that you're going to take care of them and do what you say you're going to do. And the decisions that your customers make aren't personal decisions. They're business decisions. If they decide to not buy from you, it's not because they don't like you, or it's because the other machine, the other system, it felt like a solution that was going to make them more money, be easier to use, whatever it is. And he said, you have to finish second better than you finish first. Because if you finish first or finish second poorly, they'll remember that more than anything else that happens. So you have to congratulate them on growing, shake their hand, make sure they know you want to work with them and help them in the future, and hold your head up and go do your thing. And at the same point, he always said, you know, your business is like a cow patty. The flies are all out in the field, happy, sitting on the cow patty, eating away. And every 4, 5, 7 years, a storm comes through, the economy changes, and the flies all jump off the cow patty, and they go everywhere. They don't, but eventually the economy settles down, the storm goes away, and every fly comes back to the same cow patty, and the machine tool industry is absolutely like that. So you have to treat everybody like a gentleman, and you have to be straight up with everybody, even if you're angry, right? You have to, because you never know who you're going to be sitting next to on that cow patty. My dad used to say, the only thing that doesn't change is you're all still eating shit, Greg. So
I don't know how to segue from that, my friends.
that's how we live, baby.
Okay, so terrible segue, but there's some holes
There's
right
some
here.
holes in the ground. When we got involved with doing all the work with JB and the group, he really had a challenge, and the challenge was he needed a lot of cement work, and he didn't have the relationships. He just moved here from the Northeast, and so we literally talked, and I said, we'll quote it to you, and we'll take care of you. Okay, and these are assembly assembly tubes. Let's call them assembly tubes because they make the big shafts and the big impellers for power generation. And for them to assemble them, they have to go as much as 30 feet in the ground. And we hit water when we got to 5 feet. So it was an engineering mess to try and get all this done for them where their location is. But it all worked out, and everybody's still friends, and we all made it. So
And that's
there we are.
really the moral of the story.
That's the
right?
moral of the story. That's right. Everybody's still smiling.
You guys focus on support.
Yep.
You guys will take care of not just your machines, obviously,
Yep.
but other machines as
Yep.
well. Even if times get difficult, you will stand by and make sure people are taken care of.
Yep.
And here at Vox, this seems to be the perfect story,
Yeah.
perfect accumulation of difficulties,
Mhm.
trials, friendships, machines that are yours for machines that aren't yours,
Right.
and bringing it all together
Right.
to prove that what you're saying is real.
Right. The industry is a small industry. We all have to work together.
And that effect.
Yep.
Greg,
Thanks, sir.
thank you for sharing that
You
with
bet.
me.
You bet.
I hope this has been beneficial for you. Prosper Machine Tools. This is my buddy Greg. Again, like always, any thoughts, ideas, questions, leave it in the comments. We are happy to answer anything you might have. Please don't push me in that hole.
No, you're
Did-
safe.
Did I do okay?
You're
today?
safe. You're safe, brother. You're safe.
All
You're
right.
safe.
We'll see you guys again soon.
Thank you.